find luxury living in South Florida? Some might say beautiful outdoor spaces are a must, but there's so much more to it than that.
Hi, I'm RISHI Kapoor, CEO and founder of Location Ventures. The thesis behind our company is the integration of wellness, technology, and nature. And as you can see here at this beautiful property, we have brought all of those elements together.
We'll show you this amazing home and the features that make it the ultimate personal resort on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. Beautiful architectural design, nature, and wellness features have been combined to create this gorgeous custom spec home. This 10,000 square foot tropical modern home has 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, and 3 powder rooms. The blend of lush landscaping and modern design embodies the best that the South Florida lifestyle has to offer. Rishi, welcome to SoFlo Home Project.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, Alena.
So we're really excited today to show our viewers a peek into this amazing property that you were the developer of this whole project. When you walk into the space, and we are only right here at the entryway, it feels like you're walking into a luxury resort. So this is almost like personal resort style living.
That's 100% the thesis and what we were looking to accomplish, so I'm glad that you said that.
So tell us how a lot of these features and details in just the entry itself help define that tropical modern architecture style.
So here, the elements, as you can see, to bring in are very warm woods.
Yes.
So we've decided to use kumaru, and it's been oiled, and the kumaru just brings the warm tones to the architecture. You hear of a lot of places in Miami, they develop the big white box. So what we wanted to avoid was the big white box.
And adding these special details like that.
Absolutely, and you'll see elements of bronze, natural metals, you'll see natural stones that have been selected. As you can see, we're surrounded by nature.
Yes,
so the idea
lots of greenery.
Lots of greenery, and we call it nature bathing. So the idea is that we wanted people to be able to experience, as soon as they walk in, they feel like they're somewhere else surrounded by nature.
You mentioned the wellness trend.
Yep.
And that is something in design and architecture is really becoming very popular.
Yep.
And I think also in this day and age with everything that is going on with the pandemic, wellness is really so paramount. And bringing it into the home, you sort of merged those two things in this project, right?
Absolutely. So we focus on 3 pillars: nature, wellness, and technology. And the wellness side of it, we brought in air purification systems, water purification systems, as well as circadian rhythm lighting. So we were a little bit ahead of our time as far as the forefront thought on wellness, but that's something that we're very proud of.
Well, it sounds like there's going to be a lot of great wellness features, beautiful design features, and a whole lot more to see. And we are going to check out the inside of this gorgeous property when we come back. Coming up on SoFlo Home Project, prepping healthy meals is made easy with a kitchen like this.
I'm Tat with FHIA, and there were so many things for this homeowner to consider when deciding to change out their doors with new impact sliding glass doors. We're going to take a look at the great decisions they made on today's SoFlo Home Project.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we're continuing our tour of this gorgeous spec home with the developer, RISHI Kapoor of Location Ventures. And we're also joined by Jan Petrovsky, the owner of Head South. Jan, welcome to SoFlo Home Project.
Thank you for having me back.
Yes, we're happy to have you back, and you played a role in this project in making this home smart and healthy.
Yeah.
So talk to us about some of the features you bought into this area.
Sure. RISHI was open for making this home not only a smart home, but a healthy home. We incorporated air filtration, water filtration, circadian lighting, just to make this be as good as possible and to make the home as healthy as possible for its occupants.
All of those features so important because we were talking about how this is almost personal resort style living as well as wellness, healthy homes.
From a company standpoint, wellness is one of our pillars. We asked the question of what is wealth without health? And the goal was to be able to integrate as many features that were practical into the house. So when we were brainstorming this project, Jan and I sat down and discussed what can we bring to the table. And he's been, the tip of the spear as far as the effort on how we create this wellness environment.
Well, it truly is not only, of course, beautiful, but hearing about all of these extra features of wellness brings it to another level.
Especially in this area of the home, which is the kitchen family area. It's the hub of a household. We have an air filtration system with AI that automatically reads air quality and cleans the air, especially in a kitchen where cooking goes on. Put in a water filtration system that's best in class to be able to, deliver to the homeowner through the refrigerator and through the sink, best in quality water. This home in general is a sanctuary of wellness and biophilia in its location.
I want to go a little bit more into detail about all of the way that was brought into the design, but first let's see what Tak Renata from FHIA has for us today.
Another great example why the initial consultation is so important in helping make the best decisions for your home and your family is when we had the opportunity to meet with this homeowner, there were a lot of things for us to consider. One, they had the old bronze aluminum doors, which didn't provide any impact protection. It also didn't provide any energy efficiency. And I can tell you just by touching the frame right now how hot this aluminum frame is. And it's going to be a big difference now that we changed out to the vinyl frames because it's really not going to conduct that heat. That was one thing we considered. They also wanted to change from the bronze frame color-wise to the white. So that's going to make a big transformation in the look of the house. And we certainly upgraded the glass to great hurricane protection. So we ordered Solar Max technology in the glass, which is going to reflect the heat away from the home and make it a lot more comfortable, but also save them a lot of money on their energy bills. Love being able to stop by during this part of the installation because it's really important for homeowners to see exactly what goes on to do a proper installation to ensure that the home is safe. And this is a great example. When we removed the original doors that were in the opening, they were the old aluminum frame doors, and they had a very small piece of wood here that's not going to provide anything really solid for us to go into when we put in the new frame. So we want to make sure what we're going into is as strong as the frame that we're putting in. Another thing that always gets mentioned when I stop by an installation is how happy the homeowners are that we put up the vinyl zip wall. Again, right now during COVID, it's even more imperative that we do it, but we've always done it and homeowners have always been appreciative because we keep the home a lot cleaner and we keep the work in a small contained space, but it's a little thing that homeowners really appreciate when it gets done. This sliding glass door here, we're a little further along in the installation. The frames were already set. All the wood bucks were put in. We're just about finished up here. I'm going to get out of the way so that they can get this thing done. And everything's looking great. The project's going perfectly. And I know the homeowners are going to love how everything turns out. Back to you, Alena.
Thanks, Tat. We just spoke about bringing the outdoors in. We've got a lot of windows surrounding us in this whole space. Talk to us a little bit about how important that was to this design.
As you could see here, we wanted the ability that all of the windows and door systems could just pocket away, slide away. So in great weather months like we are right now, you can really enjoy the outdoor air quality and temperature and just have that fresh air come inside the home into this kind of nature bathing experience that we have here.
And there's not a bad view.
Well, this home in general is a sanctuary of wellness and biophilia in its location, and the glass and the ability to bring the outside in.
Essentially, that is what biophilia is for our viewers who may not be familiar with the term.
Sure.
It's connecting those two things.
Right. In this case, you couldn't get a better situation of bringing biophilia into the space.
The theme here is bringing the outdoors in and vice versa. So we were looking for materials that had that kind of compatibility, and for us, well, the kumaru and the warm tones that you see outside is very similar to the American walnut that we picked here on the inside. So for example, we have a tongue and groove system over the bar that connects to the entertainment room, All of the stones are some of the finest marbles that you can find throughout the world. They also play off of some of the outdoor stones that we have as far as their tonality as well.
And that continuity of materials really makes it all work so well together. And speaking of working so well together, it sounds like the integration of the right team is so important when you're bringing all of that to a home.
Yes.
The energy and vibe between the two of us is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you've worked so well together. Just like beautiful materials going together, great teams have to go together to bring
100%.
all of these aspects to the finished
So
product.
critical, so critical.
Coming up next, luxurious design blends with nature in the second level of this home. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. We're continuing our tour of this magnificent Miami spec home with Jan Petrovsky, the owner of Head South. Now, Jan, you have done a lot of great things to this home to make it a smart and healthy home.
Yes, I have.
And now we are in one part of the master suite.
Being in this part of the home, which is associated with the master bedroom suite, I always call it a sanctuary. What was most important for the lighting portion of this part of the home to be in tune with people's circadian rhythm.
Talk to us about what circadian rhythm is, exactly how we mimic that with lighting.
Sure. So our hormonal system is regulated by a 24-hour clock, which is regulated by the sun. So slowly in this home, the lighting comes on at a specific color temperature, like the sun coming up. And as the day progresses, the color temperature of the light changes to the sun's position in the sky. And at night, when we go to bed, the circadian rhythm is producing a color of light that mimics the sun going down, telling our brain and our hormonal system to produce melatonin to get an amazing quality sleep.
Well, you mentioned sleep sanctuary. That sounds like it definitely brings it to that level.
As much as everybody talks about smart homes today, a home isn't smart unless it's healthy.
Great point. Jan, so I love this master suite and all of the views and all of the great features, but there's a couple more things that we're going to check out on the other side
Sure.
of this master suite. Rishi, this is the ultimate master bathroom.
Thank you.
It is that resort style living, elevated with all of the amenities. And I kind of want to start with this because this is just amazing with the skylight at the top. So you talked about bringing the outdoors in. How important was it to add that feature?
Yeah, this was honestly one of the first things we drew on the program. This is just kind of the cherry on top when you talk about the indoor-outdoor living program that we've curated here.
So this is an amazing shower. It's almost like an outdoor experience, but inside. But in case you wanted a true outdoor experience, you have not spared that either, because right behind us is another amazing bathroom.
Yes, so the idea was much like resorts that you will see in Southeast Asia or Hawaii. There's lots of outdoor bathing opportunities.
Yes.
Because you're surrounded by nature. It's this whole concept of nature bathing. Literally, you're bathing in nature outside.
And it truly gives the resort style feel right here in a home.
Yes.
Because I think also for some of our viewers, some great tips they could take away on creating their own spa feel at home is by selecting materials that are true to that feel.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the ways that we look at designing the home spa experience inside the personal resort is being able to go as natural as possible. So as you see in this bathroom, we have unfinished honed marble, and then you also see walnuts with their natural grain, as well as additional stones. And for me, it's what is the theme of the spa that you're looking to create? And for us, it was this idea of very natural, very raw, and those were behind the materiality selections.
That's a great way to put it. And there was one thing that you did here in the outdoor area that I think makes it feel almost more resort-like. They're sort of semi-covered with the slat wood structure here.
If you would think of a very exclusive resort and spa, you have a lot of those elements that kind of bring the scale down and make it more cozy for the individual.
And now, right next to it is a gorgeous spiral staircase,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to show our viewers what's at the bottom of that when we come back. Next on SoFlo Home Project, what really takes this home to the next level are the spa amenities. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are here touring a magnificent spec home with the developer, RISHI KAPOOR of Location Ventures. RISHI, we just saw the master suite, which was very resort-like, lots of great indoor-outdoor features, and then you go down this gorgeous winding staircase, and here, in the heart of it all.
The resort heart of the home. We have the amazing pool and outdoor area you would expect to have in a high-end home. And in addition to that, the cabana kitchen, that's your outdoor summer kitchen area. And then where we wanted to take it to the next level to be able to hit upon the idea that we are building a wellness retreat was this idea of a hammam spa. So what we wanted to be able to accomplish were heated marble benches that are large enough for 2 adults. And then you have a 55-degree plunge pool, so you can do the Tony Robbins workout, where you go in for 15 minutes off and on to get the blood going, but then obviously also have your outdoor heated spa as well to alternate as part of a hydrotherapy program.
So bringing in all of the amazing features you would have in a spa resort to your very own backyard.
That's it. That's why it's your own personal resort. Above this section of the house, we have the gym and the treatment room, where one could enjoy bringing in their own therapist, as well as having a full suite of an at-home fitness center.
So you truly never really have to leave if you don't want to.
No, that was part of the idea, is that time is so valuable that we wanted to be able to have all of those elements at the house so one doesn't have to leave. And especially in situations, even in today's day and age, where there's a lot of people spending more and more time at home, whether it was an at-home office or your own gym and spa, I think it's a great attribute to be able to have.
Absolutely, and if I don't mention the amazing landscaping and greenery around here, that would be crazy. It's a true botanical garden here in your own backyard. And what you've done around the pool and spa area with all of this gorgeous greenery is stunning. Talk to us about how typically you may not see this in traditional architecture, but how this takes it to another level.
Yeah, so the idea here is the entire perimeter of the house has been designed as planter. We wanted to soften the edges, again, of that typical Miami white box style that many spec home developers produce. Florida native is beautiful, and it's what one should do to help promote a healthy ecosystem locally, but we wanted to bring in plants like African tulips and moringa that have some type of wellness meaning behind them.
It creates such a beautiful feel and really gives that resort-like living vibe to this entire home. And now let's talk about one more thing. We have a gorgeous spiral staircase right here, and that leads from the master suite down.
We wanted to have means of egress down from the master apartment, and we didn't want to just do a normal staircase. So the idea was, how do we create a special moment outside? And the architectural team and us came up with this concept of the spiral staircase. So it's actually poured and formed exactly how you see it. And then kumaru steps, which align with the kumaru throughout the property to tie that together, has been what are the steps throughout the spiral staircase.
We talked a lot about how this is personal resort style living. And I feel like when you think about a beautiful resort, there's always some sort of grand entry, grand staircase. So that detail really brings that to your own home.
Yeah, absolutely. The design here was, we wanted to be able to have this procession of moments throughout the property.
It makes you look at every area to kind of find those hidden moments.
That's exactly the point. It has been very much a birth of being able to deliver this property. Every custom home is very much a labor of love. Every moment in the house was specifically crafted to create a great experience.
RISHI, thank you so much for sharing this gorgeous project with us.
You're very welcome.
So we've talked a lot about wellness today, so I feel like it's a good segue to see what's going to be on SoFlo Health tomorrow with Hunter Frankie. Hunter, what's going on?
Hey there, Alena. I'm in your district, the Design District here in Miami, for a day of health, good food, and so much more. We'll give you the updates on vaccines and what you need to know. We'll visit some old friends, make some new ones, taste some delicious food, and so much more. It's all tomorrow right here on SoFlo Health at 12:30, only on Local 10.
Thanks, Hunter. We will definitely be watching. And to our viewers at home, we hope that you enjoyed this resort-style living wellness home tour today. And we hope to see you again next week for another episode of SoFlo Home Project right here on Local 10. And remember, there's no place like home. SoFlo Home. Next week on SoFlo Home Project, we take you behind the scenes of some great room transformations to show you tips and tricks that I use in my own design process. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloHomeProject.com. You could also submit your own design disasters, and you never know, we could be knocking on your door to help. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.